Selco is the champ on the women's side. We're handing her that big trophy in the not too distant future, but let's get back to the final for the men. We've got Jacob Willcox hammering away at this one, taking it right through to that rocky shelf on the inside.
As we look at the replay, had to do some work to get into it. I like the spice on these first two turns, a little drift there on the lip, comes around the section, squares up, and really pushes it. Gets some tail release there, brings it through to the inside. Just rail work here, and then that final turn.
Only needs a 5.64, something standing up on the outside here. It's a smaller wave, they're moving through to the inside. Jacob sells it, Kauli happy to take it. Might be his last opportunity, it will be for sure. Up into that first section, glides through the car, banks on the rail again. Now building speed for the big finish down the line. Needs to get this turn done before the rock section on the inside. Tidy work. But was there enough in it to turn the heat? We're not sure. 10 seconds remaining. And not sure if we're going to see Jacob Willcox up.
I think by the sounds,
okay,
the sounds of the crowd indicate that Jacob Willcox must have ridden a wave.
And it must have been a good one. Vaughan, take us through it.
Let's have a look here. So Kauli had already finished on the inside. Wilcox out the back. Nice smooth re-entry to get things going. And he's come through onto a nice little section. He'll smash that. And will he get the finish on the rocks? He does. And he's dry docked completely. Here's the reaction from the Aussies. And if you compare the two waves, what are you thinking, Rich?
I'm thinking that Jacob got the better of the final exchange. So you don't have to be a mathematician to work this one out. I'm pretty confident that Jacob Willcox is going to get the win here.
He had a 5.33, so to push the requirement up for Kauli Vaast, had to add the extras, surfed that last wave brilliantly. As we see the replay of Kauli Vaast, he looks so switched on. His board is just moving through the water so clean and beautifully, Rich.
Did so well to get to this final turn as well, really patient off the bottom. So at that point, he needed the 5.64, which it's right there. But I just feel like that Jacob is going to extend the requirement and he's going to get rid of that 5.33.
Waiting on the numbers to roll through, but you've got to give props to this kid. What an amazing effort, and we are waiting for the numbers to come through for Kauli Vaast. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough to turn the heat. It's going to fall just short of the requirement. A 5.03, Jacob Willcox. He turns in a 5.47, and the celebrations begin here at Merewether.
Epic scenes. What a result. This guy has been due for this moment for so long. And you can see what it means to him. He's absolutely pumped up. And why wouldn't he be? He's got his peers carrying him up the beach, the flag. And the most impressive thing about Jacob Willcox this week has been his demeanour in heats. He has put it together strategically so well on top of great performances.
Absolutely. So resilient. He just keeps coming back time and time again. This guy went at the Challenger Series for a number of years, didn't crack it, stayed in it, finally made the tour, got knocked off, and now he is a huge step, a huge leap closer to reliving that dream of making the championship tour. What a victory.
A huge victory. And as we mentioned, it's such a difficult road through this contest. I'm sure we'll reflect on it when we get to the Stone and Wood post show. But there he is, your champion of the Burton Automotive Newcastle SURFEST, presented by Bonsoy. It's Jacob Willcox taking the #1 position on the Challenger Series rankings as we get set to move to stop number 2 over in South Africa for Bolido. But this is a massive achievement for Jacob.
Huge props to his team here. That was a really tricky final, wasn't it? You had to have a game plan and a strategy, and his game plan seemed to be just get something on the board early. And it was a meaningful score that is in his top 2. It was actually his top scoring ride, so whatever the plan was, it worked to a T here, Rich.
Good stuff as we see him just share this moment. Nathan Hedge, Mike Madonna, all the Aussie crew.
Can I have your leggy, please?
Yeah, Tim McDonald.
How good's the grommet?
Tim Mac there.
Can I have your
And he has obviously coached Jacob for a long time. Nathan Hedge assuming that role in this event and getting him well and truly primed for that final.
Such a well-deserved moment.
A big shout out to the Bonsai board caddies too, who've just kept our athletes stoked, kept them ramped up and energised as they've campaigned through this event.
Yep, hung out with them a lot. Absolute frothers. They were just so stoked to be down here. Bonsai huge supporters of the entire Aussie leg of the tour. They've just come on as extending their support throughout the rest of the QS and the Challenger Series as well. It's a great sponsor to have, and those Groms are sick. And look at them. They just want to be close to the star.
Richie, you got to the championship tour yourself, but at times found yourself down the back end of the ratings needing results, and you got on the QS and you got yourself some victories. What's it do for your psyche to get you prepped to have a good run at the championship tour again?
It sets you up. You need those little injections of confidence along the way, because it can so easily get sucked out of your veins. You know, you've got to deal with more losses than you do wins when you're on this tour, when you're on any of these surfing tours. And so these moments are really special. It reminds you of why you do all the work. It reminds you that you do have the talent. You can mix it up with the best, and you deserve to actually be there. And we talked about the resilience of this guy, and he just keeps getting better. His performances have gotten really solid over the last year. And the consistency is there. That's one of the most important things, is to be consistent in your wave riding.
Yeah, huge. He's going to get a big round of applause here as he makes his way up to the Bonsai athlete area. I think everyone on the Challenger Series recognises the talent of Jacob Willcox, understands that he's, one of the best. Not campaigning on the CT at the moment, but he's taken that big step here with the victory at one of the most prestigious stops on the Challenger Series. And we'll hear from him now. We're going to throw it down to AJ.
Ronnie, Jacob and Sally celebrating a moment here, and what a big one it is for Australia, for you, Jacob, to win this event, to start off the 2025 Challenger Series. What does it mean for you to get the victory here in Newcastle?
I don't even know. Oh, that's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming, and you've been through so much in the last year, especially this time last year, dealing with missing the cut, having to go through the Challenger Series, not making a finals day last year, and now here you are, your very first victory on the Challenger Series. What did it take to earn this moment?
A lot of hard work, that's for sure. I'm like speechless. I'm just so stoked. That was one of the best moments of my life right there. I love Newcastle. It's such an amazing spot, and big thank you to the Blatchford family for having me down here. I feel like I'm in a dream right now. I'm like tripping, and this fancy light's got me tripping even more. Oh my God, I'm just so happy. That was the final itself was actually probably pretty boring for everyone at home, but the last 8 minutes I was like, well. Sometimes you just have rhythm and luck, and last year I felt like I didn't have much rhythm or luck, and this event just felt like I've had rhythm and had a wave whenever I needed it. And it's just like the weirdest thing about this sport. You just never know when your moment might be just about to happen, and mine was today, so I'm stoked.
And you've done so much work to prepare so that when that moment comes your way, you're ready to execute. You have a great team around you. What were they saying when you hit the beach?
Oh, they were like, it looks really good. I reckon he probably won. And I was just looking at Hoggy and Timmy Mack, two guys that have helped me so much, especially Timmy Mack over my whole career. And just to be able to share that with a bunch of lads that I travel year in, year out with, and it's that was so special. And yeah, massive thanks to my mum and dad as well, my girlfriend at home, my brother and sister, all their support, and all my friends watching. I'm so pumped. I feel like I'm tripping.
As you should be pumped. Congratulations, Jacob.
Thank you so much. Cheers.